we just had elections in Ekiti State. One of the things that came up was the issue of vote buying. Would young people be able to match the purse of the older generation if that time comes? If you're able to successfully get your party ticket, would you be able to match? Would young people be able to match that?
Okay,
Because
now
that's one key problem. I mean,
this is a very, very interesting part. Now, for me, I feel if you play the same, if you try and play their game, you're going to lose. We can't win by vote buying. That's not going to happen. We're just going to give them a taste of good governance. I'm running for House of Representatives in Kosofe, Lagos State, and already we've been able to create jobs. We've been able to create almost 500 jobs. We have
even before taking.
even before taking, we've created applications for logistics, who is helping people, delivery companies for e-commerce and things like that in our local government. We are working on.
But people would be a lot more concerned about what was termed, in the last Ekiti elections, which they call it stomach infrastructure. I mean, how do you erase that?
Now, the Ekiti people know Ekiti problems, right? I can't really speak for Ekiti people. One thing I noticed about the Ekiti state elections is we have to be very, very careful because it seems like the APC is trying to create a communist party.
It's not only the APC, even the PDP were also, part of that
But
system.
when there's now the double standard, right? The two people that were there, right? You
And
know,
don't forget, this election in Ekiti especially was between a doctor and a professor, a
yes,
PhD holder and a professor.
yes, but on
They
the
didn't. There was no debate. They had their
exactly,
mindset on stomach, erasing stomach infrastructure.
yes.
So what makes you think that, moving forward, that will be erased?
Now, the thing is, stomach infrastructure has to be a really big problem in Ekiti State. People are very hungry, and poverty is a big problem in Nigeria. If we have to be realistic, like poverty, we should have a state of emergency on poverty. Poverty is the biggest problem that we have right now. So, it's not like I agree with stomach infrastructure, but poverty, people are hungry. So,
Do you agree
With what?
with the issue of vote buying and
Yeah,
how you're saying that there's a need to declare a state of emergency and poverty in the country?
that is what government is there for. The government is there to eradicate poverty. Whatever the government is doing culminates in giving people food, but that does not give any credence to stomach infrastructure and buying of votes. That is very wrong. Like I say, they can continue to share money, but we'll continue to share ideas. And at the end of the day, ideas rule the world because it's through ideas that you can get money. If they are sharing money, it is the onus is on the electorates to know what to do. Sometimes I say, if someone steals your money and comes to give it to you during the election, you don't owe him anything. He's just giving you back part of what he has stolen from you. So what you do is take the money, go and vote for the right person. But what is happening is that they say that they don't give you the money before you vote. Is after voting, you now bring the
I
thing
was
up, they
going
will
to bring
now
that up.
give you the money.
Yeah.
So that makes it shift the responsibility from the people to INEC. So they have to make our elections and voting more secretive so that people cannot use it that way. Because no matter what you say, there are people who play politics as the only means of survival. So they will do everything to exploit the masses.
Let me bring back Ibukun. I mean, he says ideas rule over, over money. But if in a society like ours, you have to be realistic with the things that are on ground. Do you think that would suffice?
yes, ideas rule. Let me give a case of the American government. The particular year when America took over and became undoubtedly the most powerful nation in the world, they had the president JFK, and he decided that the country was going to the moon, right? If the idea seemed so far-fetched, but because of this singular decision, he established an institution called NASA. NASA needed computers. NASA bought computers from IBM. IBM made a lot of money from sales of computers that established Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley inspired people like Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs set up Apple. Apple is the biggest corporation. Apple has more money than Nigeria. So ideas definitely rule the world, and we need bold leaders that is not just stomach ache. Yes, people are hungry, but we have to go to the roots, and with bold ideas, bold visions, we can get us out of this poverty. Let's multiply that money. Let's invest in the places with the highest return on investment. And by the law of supply and demand, everybody will be okay.
I mean, well, I'm still. I mean, I just feel a bit skeptical. I agree with you guys that ideas will rule, but when you look at the way our system and our structures are set up, you know, Ekiti is one of the states that is termed as, the most educated state with the most educated people. So when you go to states where you have people who don't have as much education as the people, in Ekiti State, I don't want to mention any state, but this thing will ripple. It will surely happen. So should we say that it's a little too early for young people to come in with their ideas?
It's the perfect time. This is the only time. This is the time of internet. Like I said, this is the time where you can educate someone within a year, and someone can go to can take a professional course within a year, and the person goes from being useless to or let me not say useless, let me say not really being productive to being a very, very productive member of the economy within a short year. There are courses, there are so many things that you can just do and your life is changed. I've run a 3-month course training program of software development before, and I've trained people, programmers, in 3 months. And in 3 months, these guys are already doing remote jobs, making $10,000 a month. So this is the right time. We don't have the time. We have a very, very short window. This is the time now for Nigeria to come and become a player on the world stage. If we don't take that chance now, it's another maybe 100 years.
100 years is a long time, but just hold your thoughts for a second. I mean, we'll have to take a quick break and we'll be back in a moment to continue this discussion. Please don't go away.